Okay, so up on the screen, we have a picture of the greatest sacrifice. And we all know this story. We've known it since we were toddlers. We've been taught it in K-5. We've been taught it in Bible class, in chapel, in small groups, at church. We've heard it before. Jesus suffered for 33 years. He was attacked, beaten down, broken, and then killed. But each time, he got back up. He died for us. He died for our sins. I don't need to spend a lot of time on this because we all know what he did for us. But there are also others who have died for us. We don't learn about them as toddlers. We haven't heard about them since K-5 or in Bible class, or we don't learn about it in church. We occasionally hear about them on the news, or we'll drive by a cross on the way to school in our car. Who are these heroes? Who died for us? Who is ready at any time to go out and risk their lives for us? Who stands waiting in case they're needed? Our veterans. John 15:13 says, "No one has greater love than to lay down his own life for his friends." And these soldiers do it every day. When preparing for this chapel, I researched a lot about Veterans Day and all this stuff, and I came up with some basic facts that we all should know. World War I ended on November 11th, 1918. And that's how it started. The celebration is to honor American veterans for their patriotism, love of their country, willingness to serve, and sacrifice for the common good. Veteran is anyone who has served for more than 6 months in the military. Okay. Over the last 100 years, since 1913, through World War I or World War II, the Korean War, Vietnam, Afghanistan, and Iraq, 625,000 soldiers have died for us. Okay, let me put that in perspective. How many of you guys have ever been to a Falcons game before? You would have to go to 9 Falcons games, and everyone in the stadium would have died for you. And the whole stadium would have to be packed full. 9 football games. They died so we could go to school. They died so we could go to the football game on Friday night. They died so we could choose the church of our choice. In Iraq, you don't have those privileges. You can't choose what church you want to go to. If you're a woman, you can't pick your clothes. You can't go to the football game. Those veterans died to make sure Katie Lowenstein, a girl, can do all those things. They died so I can go to the church of my choice. They died so I could go to GAC. They died so I could play volleyball. They died so I could have that freedom. Okay, so I found a couple of definitions of a veteran. A veteran is anyone who has served for more than 6 months in the military. And a war veteran is anyone that has fought in war as a veteran. But here's the definition that really stuck out to me. A veteran is someone who at some point in his life made a check payable to the United States of America for an amount up to and including my life. We decided to show you this through an example. You all have a check with you. That check has a person's name on it. That person's name is a real soldier. That's a real person who died for you. That's a real person who wrote that check for you. to go home and write a letter to that family. You can go to the website on that check and look at their picture. Look at how old they were when they died. You can go look at their story. You can do as much as this as you want to. They're a real person with real family, with real friends who decided to go to war for you. Those are real people. And so we're challenging you to go home with that person's name and pray for them. Pray for them at church. Pray for them in your small group. Pray for them in your homeroom. We're challenging you to go home and pray for that soldier who gave up his life so you could go to school, so you could go to the football game. And we have a short video to show you.